All right, the pooper is about finished. It's ready for paint. So the only thing it's lacking is one more 1x3 by the door and then paint. So put all the strips on it to make it look like a board and batten type building. You can see the little windows there. We got windows here. We got a vent stack on this one with a breather hole down there. So we shouldn't have any frosting up issues. Got windows on this side. We got a nice porch. Steps. We got front of it's all done. We got a ceiling here in the porch. I don't have a functioning doorknob, so I got to get a spring. The inside, I still got to get got to pick up a couple more sheets of foam to do the walls. That's 1-inch full-faced foam on the walls and the ceiling. So they'll have that done. The heater is in. Still got to connect the line to that. Shut the door here. You can see how bright it is in here during the daytime. I got to run electricity out here yet. Whenever I do that, then it'll have a light in here. I left a gap at the top of the door, a gap at the bottom of the door for it to breathe. So, really worked that good. So, Tyler and Perry helped me build that, and so now we've got 3 nice poopers on the property. That's awesome. All right, this is the last of the work on the pooper till I paint. I picked up paint today. I got that trim board on right there that I was talking about that it was missing. We did get the rest of the insulation up on the inside. So now you can see the inside is fully insulated. Even the box is fully insulated. Ceiling is fully insulated. And the porch roof is as well, just for looks. So now she's all done except for paint. Well, take that back. I still got to put the light in, but the switch is in, the power's ran out here, all that. So and then after I get all the paint and everything done, I got a couple of shelves I'm gonna put up in there and stuff like that. But anyway, the pooper is complete and fully operational. And I'll do another one after I paint it. All right, so there's the next step in the outhouse upgrade. Got it primered, ready for paint. As soon as this dries, I'll shoot the paint on it. Shouldn't take too long. It said 45 minutes or something, so still a little tacky right now, but we'll, so as soon as that dries, we'll get the other coat of paint on it. I'm gonna call it good then. However it is, it will be done. So it does have, I don't think I showed that, but I do have the light in it now. So that'll be nice. So anyway, that's the outhouse as it is currently. All right, today's August 3rd. Outhouse is complete. Right down to the paint, the porch light, the interior light. I'm not sure if I showed that the other day or not, but it does have an interior light now that actually functions. Got all the interior done as it's going to get anyway. So it's all painted up. Brown kind of matches the dirt. That's kind of what I was after. Roof that matches the cabin, so you can see that from the road. All done. A little bit of ragged edge there where my paint tape tore the paint up, so I may have to touch that up. Anyway, didn't paint the insulated ceiling. I left that like it was, so floor's painted, poles painted, all the eaves are painted. So it is 100% complete. I'm ready to move on to the next project now. The next project is going to be moving that metal frame over on top of the gravel and putting a tin roof on that, making a place to park the trailer for the winter. So, Alaskan outhouse complete. All right, we're doing a little more work around my place today. Putting down tie-par and gravel. Got 10 loads of gravel here to spread out. So, doing this section here around by the outhouse. Right here behind my cabin where I'm getting ready to add that room on. So you can see the structures that were on the back of it before we removed those. So got gravel here. I wasn't having much luck spreading it out, so Tyler's spreading it out for me. So I got that part down there by the outhouse. That's all tie-par and gravel. I'm gonna do tie-par here. And then back there where Perry's Ranger's at, we'll do that too. Pile there was 6 dump truck loads this morning. Yeah, pushed that quite a ways back over there too. We're gonna move this sawmill too. So the spot he's working on now is where this metal frame will set. We'll get a roof on it, make a carport for a trailer, so that's where it's gonna go. So that'll leave me room right there for the addition on the back of the cabin, parking space for my truck, and then the carport here. Because during the summer, I'll probably park my truck in it. Just won't be able to in the winter time. Shovel. I left the shovel laying in a bad spot a while ago. Almost turned out bad, but it's all good. Now we're laying tie-par and gravel on the part that comes out to the little guest cabin. So there's always been a mud hole there you had to walk through. It got soft, and so I put a lot of the 3/4 washed on it, but That stuff gets kind of hard to walk on when it gets 4 inches deep because it's all round and it just kind of, it's like walking in pea gravel. So once we get all this gravel down, then we'll come back over the top of it with that 3/4 wash to keep you from tracking sand all over. It's going to be pretty nice. Very nice. We're going to get rid of a lot of mud spots. Well, you can see that we've got a lot of gravel spread this weekend. Much bigger driveway now. Building pad. All the way around here, and it's graveled out here around the outhouse and all that. Looks a lot different than it did, for sure. It's raining today, so getting some mud now. Using the skid steer down here at Perry's today. Opening up a path down through here. He wants to run a lead down through there for his dog. So he's have a long, like 100-foot long run on his cable. So moving some stumps out of there. It sure would be nice to have one of those machines all the time. It's pretty awesome. Sure can get a lot of work done. I spread 100 tons of gravel at my house yesterday. That's 10 dump truck loads. Plus Tyler used it to move a lot out of the big gravel pile that we dug out of the ground. So he moved a lot out of there too. So you can move a lot of gravel in a day's time with one of those machines. Down in the woods there where all that big moss bed is, it's hard to imagine how big that is. It's hard to move the stumps because they tie together with that moss, and all the roots intertwine, and so it makes it hard to even lift any of that. It just wants to roll right off the bucket just like that. So it drops down and drags, and then you run over it and it gets wrapped around the bucket. It's a chore to move some of that stuff. You just kind of have to roll it along like that. Sure makes some big old piles. Sure makes for some big root wads. Tyler's a pretty good operator on that thing. You can sure get a lot done in a day with one of those. everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a little work today, moving some of these dozer piles. Tyler's on the Bobcat, he's renting one of them. And we got this big hole down here. I don't think I've showed any of that yet, but we dug a big hole with an excavator and getting some gravel, and then we're filling a hole in with stumps, which eventually make a sinkhole, but when it does, we'll just put some over the top of it, maybe some more stumps in there. So anyway, we're going to be able to use a little bit of the gravel. We'll have to use a lot of the gravel covering it back over again. Maybe you're trying to pick up something too big there, maybe. Some of these piles have been here for going on 3 years now, so they've kind of settled in and packed down pretty good. It's be nice to be able to get them away from the cabins, make it look a little bit better. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here. So. Is it?
Yep.
Wow. I wondered what was so heavy.
Yeah, it just froze. I'm just sliding around.
Oh, wow. So we still got frozen ground underneath the brush piles. Kind of scary down here as he drives out on some of the stuff he's already dumped in there. It's looking a little soft, like we need to put some more gravel back in there on top of it. Sure would suck to see that thing somersault over in there. And he almost did earlier. Might give me a heart attack. So we filled a lot of hole in, but there's still a lot of hole to go. Try to pack as much in as we can so we can use as much gravel as we can. Well, you're going to have to buy a lot, but if you can keep from having to buy it, it's always better. Since we had the excavator here and used it, my neighbor David just used it. So that was kind of nice. And we got, we cut down a few trees to get them out of the way. Got them over there by the woodshed to cut up, put in the woodshed. We've got quite a bit of wood put back in the woodshed so far, but we definitely have a lot more that needs to go in there yet. So we're at the Perry's house now, moving some brush piles. Trying to make it where we can kind of see back into the forest a little bit. We're not putting in a hole, we're just moving them all that direction. Make a little more room to push snow. Let's be able to see out in the woods a little bit. Looking claw in there, isn't it? For what we're doing here, it works a lot better than the bucket does. When I put the bucket back on it, when we get ready to move some gravel. A lot of trees here that need to come down. Dead birch, or not, excuse me, not dead birch, but dead spruce. There's a lot of beetle kill spruce here. I don't know if you can see mosquitoes that stirs up whenever you disturb the soil. I mean, the mosquitoes go crazy. That kind of sucks. That definitely looks a lot better. Sure be nice to own one of those. Once he's done with this, he'll take your bucket, come back and smooth it up a little bit with the bucket. Hard to do any smoothing with that. That bucket, it's kind of hard to see the end of those claws to see which way they're pointed. See Perry's new dog. He's growing the Karelian bear dog. He's I think he's about 4 months old now. I think I'm gonna have to go cut a tree off here. Yeah, maybe not. So you can see Tyler's still at it. Moving a bunch up here at Prairie still. Got a lot of that around there cleaned up. He's making a narrow gap here. Put a pathway back into the woods over here. So I don't know how much of that he's actually trying to move there, but probably about as far as where he is right there now, back, back this direction. Just kind of open up the forest floor for maybe a little more animal activity come through possibly. I definitely like seeing animals.